Hello, fellow gamers. Meet AiliA, a really unique perspective platformer game from the Chinese indie game dev iStore studio that has a soul to it. I'll provide a brief overview of the game. To begin with, the game presents itself to you as a familiar click-to-move platformer with Ail, the main character. However, there's an issue. The location you want to reach isn't directly accessible. In comes a mirror with a reflection of your path, and you realize that you can drag it around. What's more is that you can walk through the mirror onto the reflected path. With a little messing around, you figure out the way to reach the end, and hence you've learned the base mechanic of the game. Move the mirror, align the reflected path with the real world, and travel between the two worlds to progress. Misalign the mirror, and Ale falls down and the game resets to the previous save point. This unique puzzle mechanic follows you throughout the game and presents itself in various forms where you're traveling between the real world and the mirror world in iterations. What makes this mechanic more interesting is that there's a story attached to it. The main character of the game is Ail, and the reflection in the mirror, as we learn early on in the game, is actually her twin sister Leah. Ail and Leah form AiliA, the name and logo of the game. A beautiful palindrome. From what I understand of the story, Ail lost her sister Leah ages ago, and now we find out that she's stuck in the mirror world, and our objective is to destroy these evil mirrors that are keeping them apart. The description for this game on the official website states, Ail gets lost in a mysterious world. She has no special power but going into the mirror and walking on the reflections. Traveling through the maze, playing with reflections, revealing her past with the help of a mirror, her only friend in this world. Try to use your understanding of the mirror reflections to solve the puzzles and help Ail find her way home. Further, according to the Instant Squirrel, the dev on Reddit, this game is about the concept of grief and acceptance, themes that are genuinely interesting to me in any story and are also quite a responsibility to handle. That is, exploring themes like these while keeping it meaningful and not making it seem like the game is trying to force emotions from you. So far, I like what story I've experienced. Also, on our journey, we are aided by our mysterious floating friend, Oni, who usually hovers on the tile that's our destination in the current part. At times, this destination can be reached in our world, and at times it's through the mirror world. What a twist! It's really fun for me to have Oni accompany us, floating around as a light of hope, guiding us through these unfamiliar dark environments. If so far I've sold you on this game, a playable demo can be accessed through the link given in the description, but for now it only includes the first chapter, which has a total of 4 parts. In what was about half an hour of gameplay, I absolutely fell in love with this game. The music is extremely soothing and fits the aesthetic of this game. The visuals, although extremely simple, are still beautiful, and the level designs are well thought out. What I love about these puzzles is that you are never stuck anywhere. There's always a good reason why the mirror can move as far as it can and in the directions that it can, and with a little trial and error you can always figure the path out. At times, you may need to move the mirror completely out of the way to see how the real world level looks before bringing the mirror back in to help you progress further. And every time you figure it out, it feels rewarding. I appreciate that this game does not punish you for your failure. There are no long, annoying death screens. There are no sparsely placed checkpoints. If you fall, you just immediately revert back to the last safe location. The idea behind this is not to make the game feel extremely challenging with high stakes, and to instead just allow you, the player, to sit back and piece by piece figure the puzzle out for yourself at your own pace. It's nice to have slow-paced, low-intensity games like these as a contrast and break from the fast-paced competitive games I otherwise usually play. While I'm at it, there are several other nitty-gritties about this game that I can appreciate as well. I love the camera pans that take place when you go from one section to another. These sort of shots that go in and through a landscape or environment have always felt fancy to me and made me feel more immersed in the experience of the game or movie. I love what the story is shaping out to be so far. I love how straightforward the game controls are, and I can see this game potentially being ported to mobile platforms as well and being just as fun and easy to play. I appreciate the fact that in the main menu you can actually interact with the mirror and see your cute little friend in the background. A nice detail. As someone with slight experience of the technical side of game development, and as someone who's seen videos of the making of Monument Valley, a similar perspective-based, non-Euclidean world point-to-click adventure game that makes use of several tricks such as the fixed perspective, clever level design, and behind-the-scenes code magic to achieve this really unique feat. I can imagine the amount of effort that it must have taken the developers to create something like this and to implement it across various levels again and again without having random bugs pop up. There's even a point where we end up playing in the mirror world and Elle has to flip her letters so that Oni and we, the players, can understand her, subtle humor that made me chuckle up when I played through this part. I don't want to spoil too much of this game for you. This game is an experience to be had, and I will encourage you, if the premise feels interesting, to go check it out. The only cons that I can think of right now is that the menu and UI lack polish, and the level environments in my opinion could use a bit more detail, but that's definitely excusable given that the game is still early in its development and the team behind it is quite small. I'm pretty sure that they will fine-tune and add touch-ups to the game as they continue working on it, as I can see that this is a passion project. In conclusion, AiliA is a beautiful, cute, pleasant, melodious, and peacefully paced game that has caught my interest. I will definitely be following it, and I cannot wait to get my hands on the final version and discover more of this intriguing story. If this review helped you find your new hooked onto game, and if you liked the style of this video, please consider liking this video, as it helps me understand what kind of content my audience likes and helps promote this video in the YouTube algorithm so other people can discover this video and the game as well. Thank you so much for watching, have a nice day and stay safe.